What's up, guys? Jez here from Whiskefy, and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV, the weekly whiskey TV show where I tell you guys what I'm drinking and what I think you guys should drink. Because, you know, why should you listen to me? Because I'm telling you to. Not really. But I am. So, this week... Oh, sorry, I left the fan on. It'll probably come through. Let's hope it doesn't. Okay, episode 111. Now, this was kind of like a secret drop. Obviously, things were playing out in the Discord. I kind of dropped a couple of hints. I am recording this early so I can have it up for the launch date. So we'll call this somewhat of an exclusive. And then, you know, we'll... without further ado, episode 111, I have a bottle of Angel's Envy little Cupids Share. As you guys can see there, super funky, comes with a neck tag like that, sexy AF. Now it also comes with this cute little Cupids Share South Park, I'm going to call it like hologram. Me being the kid I am, I get really excited about like Tarzos and like collectibles. I don't even know if you guys remember Tarzos, maybe I'm showing my age. Maybe like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, and this gives me those kind of vibes, especially being South Park, and the latest season 25 of South Park came out last week. So yeah, I'm so happy. And then having this, I'm in heaven. Okay, let's kick this sucker off. I'm gonna get this one poured out, and then we'll start talking about it, because we're already 2 minutes in and I haven't really said a word. So bottle pop. I really hope that was sexual, because last week it was incredible. It sounded amazing through the headphones as I was listening to it all back. So let's not spill any of this delicious juice. I didn't want to do like a long pour, because last few times it's kind of been a little bit tricky. So don't need much. Let it breathe. Put the logos around the front. Everything looks good. I'm all happy. So kicker off, 108 proof and 54%. It is an undisclosed age on it, but as I said on episode, whichever one it was, only a few weeks ago, it's up to 6 years old. Now, price for the Aussie market is $265. I want to say that some retailers may have it higher than that. But yeah, you heard it here first. We're looking at about 265. I say we as in the collective, nothing to do with me personally. In the US, Prime Barrel had them for $100. Now, cask is American oak and then transferred to a port wine barrel for finishing. Mash bill is 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. Pretty standard for you know what we're looking at. So let me run you guys through a couple of notes. Then we'll get on to the tasting portion of this evening. So Angel's Envy is back for round 2, and I couldn't be more excited. A, because South Park. B, because this is what I asked for. If you remember back to the last episode, I went too far. Episode 99. There you go. So not too long ago. Episode 99, where I said that I really wanted Angel's Envy, rather than being 86.6, I really wanted it to be around the 110 mark. I feel like I said that. I just wanted it to be a lot higher proof. This is exactly where I wanted it. This is good. But I digress. So, this Cupids Share, Angel's Envy single barrel pick, was done in conjunction with Prime Barrel and Whiskey Hunt Australia. Following on from the last time I spoke about Angel's Envy, I had Angel's Envy New South Wales brand ambassadors. A lot of words, feels very wordy. He reached out to me and said, I dropped his name, but he's no longer there. He's actually going to be running Jolene's, which I want to plug. I'm very excited about that. But you know, that's another topic for another day, I guess. So he did tell me that the expression 1010, which was kind of on the cork, which it should be. Yeah, it's on this one too. So expression 1010, you guys probably can't see it because I'm moving it around too quick. Was the date they had planned to launch in October 2010, but Lincoln Henderson didn't think it was ready, so he held off until April 2011. They kept that on the reminder to say, if it isn't ready, don't launch it, and look where it ended up. Just be patient, I guess. Very simple message. I can get behind it anyway. So, without further ado, let us kick off the cheeky little tasting. I'll kind of put that up there for you guys to have a look at too, because that's pretty cool. That's what I think anyway. So, straight off the bat, maybe it's a bit alcoholic. Earlier, when I was nosing it, I kind of got this weird Vegemite note. Now, I don't know if, for people playing at home, it's like a yeasty spread we have in Australia. It tastes terrible. If you love it, I don't think we can be friends. Or maybe it was just this mini Glencairn I was nosing it out of, but yeah, it's still got that weird Vegemite note. So I don't know if the glass wasn't washed properly or someone's been filling my glasses with Vegemite while I haven't been here. No, I think this one has it too. So yeah, this really odd Vegemite note that I'm kind of not used to. Oh, I didn't turn the lights on either. This is why this whole episode feels weird. I didn't turn the light on above my head. What can you do? It's got some rich berry notes there, obviously from that wine cast finish. It's just really enjoyable overall to nose. Maybe some like maple syrup sweetness there. Maybe some banana, not your brown form banana, kind of like a, I don't know, like a hint of banana. I don't know. For the taste. So, viscosity, really thick, juicy. It's giving me kind of like this good spice note just down the side of the tongue as I gave it a Kentucky chew. Overall, kind of spicy, but I wouldn't call it like heavy kind of spice. And was I missing anything else there? I was actually. So I won't pretend like I've done it. There's also like these red licorice notes as well that I kind of got earlier, where it's just kind of like as I let it sit on the tongue for a little bit, they start to develop, and it's kind of like ripping into a bag of like red licorice, like Darrell Lee, once again, super regional for Australia. So it's hard to relate worldwide, but yeah, hooking into a bag of Darrell Lee red licorice, oh, the goods, the goods. If you want to make your way to my heart, that's Darrell Lee red licorice and green licorice at Christmas time, you know, celebrate. For the finish. Like, really go again. Really long finish of, I'd like some, I didn't pick that note. Maybe some like white pepper there. It feels very white peppery. And then also some orange peel as well. But all in all, finish is probably like two-tone. Maybe there's a couple of notes I'm missing there, but it feels very So, moving on to the buy, bar, or pass. Now, kick it off wine finished casks are always the good. So as I did for the Starward, I love wine finished casks. Not typically for your bourbon drinkers. It's kind of like non-bourbon. Your bourbon purists are like, why, Jeremy? Why are you telling us to finish all these bourbons in these wine casks? Is because there are some delicious, delicious wine casks out there that are still wet and filled with delicious wine juice, and then intermingling with the bourbon, it just kind of elevates it to another level. Also making it a fun project, kind of just play around with. It's good for like Scotch guys that are looking to get into bourbon, because why not push this bourbon market to everyone? Yes, it'll diminish the stocks worldwide, but you bring more people into the fold, and rising tides raise all ships. So I'm all for it. Secondly, it definitely smashes the original Angel's Envy Like I Tried out of the park. This is exactly what I wanted. As I said at the start, just proofed up, and it just makes for like a kind of like a fuller drop. That doesn't really make much sense, but I hope it does, where it's like proofy, it's thick, it's just super yum, and like you're playing around with I don't know, you're moving what, 30 proof points, and you're 20 proof points, and it just changes the game. I drink this all day, but it also hits at that 265 mark, which makes me go, oh, it stings a little bit, but we also know that we're paying a higher price for Angel's Envy anyway, considering it's about 125 bucks a bottle, but it's down from 200, so where it started originally. So thank you very much, Jacob, for that little piece of knowledge that you shared in the Discord. Thirdly, the finish feels really boring but super tasty. So as I said, that spices and orange peel kind of note was more like, do I really have to go through that? But it was overall enjoyable. I do enjoy the orange peel, do enjoy the spice. It's just kind of like I was hoping for a little bit more, but it did have a long finish, so it kind of made up for it there as well. So if you guys didn't guess it, I am going to mark this down as a buy. I think it is, I wouldn't say it's a steal, but I do think that this is going to be the cheapest price you'll pay for it in Australia without having to sell an organ or a small child to actually get some. And I do not recommend selling small children because they cry, and I don't know how well they go in a shipping container, but this is not the place to test out my comedy gear. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy talking about this delicious juice. So thank you, love y'all. Hopefully you enjoy your Thirsty Thursday, because this is when it'll be dropping. I think as long as my dates are right. Whiskey Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, nah, they kind of intermingle. Just stay boozed up, because Jez wants you to stay thirsty, and I'm out. Love y'all. Enjoy. Peace.